All right, guys, y'all know what time it is. Do you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? Yes, honey, Real Housewives of Atlanta recap, girl. Let's get into it. All right, so it starts off, everybody's getting the messages, on the blogs, Portia, Portia's with her mom or whatever. Eva, all them, everybody getting everybody's looking on the blogs or whatever. They're getting the the alert that Kenya and Mark have announced a divorce. And so they're all shocked, like, hold up, wait a minute. We was just at the function. Yeah, things seem a little rocky between them two. Things seem a little, a little not quite on point. They seemed a little off, but we weren't thinking it was gonna be to the point of a damn divorce. You know what I'm saying? So that's what everybody's thinking. They like, what? And some people might not have even thought the tension was that bad. You know what I'm saying? But hell, we, the viewers, we knew it was that damn bad. Just like, for instance, for Mark to say, somebody asked him how did he enjoy the ride of marriage, and he's like, I hate it. Like, damn, bitch. But anyway, so everybody's getting the word is traveling. So basically what happened was Mark he filed for divorce, and so Kenya then made a statement or whatever. She told Kandi and Cynthia that he forced her hand with that or whatever. So anyway, so everybody's getting the word. Like I said, Nene and Marlo chat on the phone. They're like, damn, Cynthia's like, I've been getting a lot of messages. Not Cynthia. Nene's like, I've been getting a lot of messages and stuff about it. She was like, I really don't care one way or the other if Kenya and Mark getting divorced or whatever. She was like, were they even married to begin with legally? Okay. And then Marlo threw some shade. They was talking about Kenya's dress. Then he was like, I like Kenya's dress. I think it was Dolce. And Marlo was like, I thought it was imitation or whatever. Marlo was funny as fuck with her shady ass. Somehow she thought it was like imitation or a knockoff Dolce dress. Anyway, so meanwhile, Kandi and Cynthia, they go on over to Moore Manor because they got to go check on Kenya. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh, we got to go check on our girl. So they go over there, and also because they hadn't been hearing from her, she wasn't returning their calls and stuff, whatever, or their text messages. They figured, she needed a minute. So they was like, well, let's just go on over there. So they pop up over there. Kenya's in the bed, her and her little dog, and little Brooklyn. Brooklyn's in her little baby bed or whatever, and she sleeps. She's knocked the fuck out. And, Kenya's crying and stuff. And so they start consoling her. So she starts telling them what happened. Like, well, look, he filed, and then he forced my hand, and I went ahead and made a statement. And so Cynthia was like, well, do you want to divorce him? And Kenya was like, no, I really don't. I really want to work this out. She was like, and Cynthia was like, well, what is your instincts telling you? She was like, and Kenya was like, I feel like he's doing something else. He's got something else going on. So basically, Kenya talking about she done came across some text messages between Mark and some other woman, and the other woman is basically pleading and begging Mark to keep the sex going. Like, what? Kenya! And I'm telling y'all, it goes back to what I said before in my last video. I said Kenya is taking so much shit off of Mark that, she's like taking shit that she probably wouldn't normally take. All in the name of being desperate to have a fucking husband and to have that family life. And I think it's so sad. I felt so bad for Kenya. Like, what the fuck? Y'all 3 years into the marriage or whatever, or 2 years in, whatever, and you find some messages. And I don't know. I thought it was even interesting when Kandi was even in her confessionals, and she was like, well, I don't know if that's divorce bad, but that's bad. Oh, I guess nowadays, if a motherfucker go get some pussy on the side, people like, it ain't a big deal. I guess so. It used to be a time motherfucker be like, absolutely not, nigga. We done. We over. But I guess nowadays, people like, look, a little pussy on the side ain't gonna bust up my household. I guess if you want a family bad enough, you know what I'm saying, like Kenya do, I guess she was like, fuck it, look, okay. So she said that she contacted the woman and told her, look, This is Miss Mark Daly. You might want to take me off speakerphone. And she checked the bitch and told her to stay the fuck away from her husband. And she said that Mark apologized or whatever and said he was sorry. Child, no. The way Mark acted, he's still fucking that damn woman. So anyway, and so it was just crazy. So she said that her and Mark got into it in the Uber as they were leaving the function or whatever. And she said it got so bad to where the Uber driver had to kick Mark's ass out of the fucking Uber. Dang, y'all, that's bad. She said that he got so aggressive. She never seen him like that. You know, I don't think he hit her nothing like that, but she just said she has never seen him, you know, get so aggressive like this. You know, it's just crazy. You know, it's just really crazy, and it's sad, like I said, because it's all about her wanting to have a family. You know what I mean? And I don't blame Kenya for that, just like Portia. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, damn. Come on, Kenya. Don't be a doormat for that, man. Kenya need to boss up on that motherfucker one good time. That's what Mark need. Mark need Kenya to, like, just turn the fuck up. Like, nigga, hold the fuck up. I just went out shopping for your ass, for your suits, you know what I'm saying, for your event. I'm trying to make sure your shit goes well. And all you gonna give me is, are you gonna give me some motherfucking sass? Nah. But are you gonna give me some motherfucking complaining? Nigga, like, I would have threw them clothes in his face. Like, you go get the shit yourself. Like, I'm telling you, like, I would have turned up on Mark, because that's what he needs. He needs a bitch that's gonna turn the fuck up. Kenya, he knows Kenya want a man. And some men use that to their advantage. Like, oh, she ain't gonna go nowhere. She want a man too bad. That's the sad part out here, though. A lot of men play on that shit. But anyway, so what happened? Okay, so as Kenya's talking to Kandi and Cynthia, you know, she's crying and stuff. They're consoling her. They're being really good friends to her, you know. And she's like, you know, I don't know if I'm going to go on this trip to Greece. And they're like, well, you still got to come. You're the one put it together, because Kandi and Kenya put together the trip. So she was like, well, I'm going to think about it or whatever. So the next day, they're all boarding, you know, they're about to board the plane and stuff. And so Marlo asks, like, well, where's Kenya? Is she coming? And Tanya's ass was just super duper hype. Like, a part of me feel, I ain't trying to be funny, but a part of me feel like Tanya was that damn excited because she knew what was going on with Kenya, and she was kind of like happy, like, bitch, that's what you get. You know, you ever see somebody be like that? Like, you be around some bitches or whatever, and you going through some shit, and they ain't going through it, but they be like, it's like they be kind of like super excited, but they don't seem like, they don't want to come off like they happy that it's not them and it's you instead. But they do be seeming a little extra excited. I don't know. It's just me. I pick up on, I'm like Kenya. I pick up on little shit, okay? But anyway, but then again, I can't say that about Tanya, because Tanya's naturally hyper as fuck. Damn. I think her and Portia will be cute friends, though, because they both got the kind of like the same energy. Tanya's a little more hype than Portia, you know what I'm saying? But that's cool, because they still balance each other out. But I can see them being good friends and really having so much fun together. I like Portia. I think Portia is so fun. She reminds me of one of my good girlfriends, and she's so much fun. I just love Portia's energy. But anyway, so they all meet up, like I said, they're at the you know, they all at the airport. Portia brings baby PJ and her mama Diane or whatever, she bring them or whatever. So they all like, okay, is Kenya coming, you know? And so Marlo's like, so Kandi and Cynthia's like, look, she is going through something, but we want y'all to be a little sensitive about it. And Marlo and Nene's like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Basically, Nene's like, shit, she should have thought about that shit when she was busy bringing that woman, the cookie lady, up in Tanya's face, which is true. It is true. But you know, sometimes when somebody do you dirty and some shit come back around, their karma comes back to them, you ain't even gotta be the one to say I told you so. You ain't gotta be the one to laugh in their face, because just like we saw towards the end when they was all at dinner, you know how Kenya told Tanya that she really appreciated her being nice to her, and it didn't even have to be said why. We know why Kenya appreciates Tanya being nice to her, because if Tanya wanted to, Tanya could have been a straight bitch to Kenya and laughed in her motherfucking face, but she didn't. You can take the high road and still make somebody feel small as fuck and feel bad as hell for mistreating you. So anyway, So they all meet up, like I said, at the airport, and she was like, they was like, well, we don't know if Kenya coming or not. So they all board the plane or whatever. So while they get to Greece, and so when they're sitting there in the shuttle getting ready to be taken to their destination, to their room or went to their hotel or wherever they're staying, and they spot Kenya. They're like, is that Kenya? So it was Kenya. Kenya decided to come, so she gets on the shuttle, and everybody, they just laughing and kiki and having a good time. Like, okay, So they do that. So like I said, I was glad that Kenya went ahead and came. So after they get to the hotel room or whatever, oh yeah, because Nene was like, yeah, she need to wake the fuck up. This should be a wake up to her. You know what I'm saying? For bringing that cookie lady to Tanya. So then they get to the room. Where they be staying. They decide to play a game about who gonna get the rooms. I don't know why these ladies make a big deal over these stupid ass rooms every time they go some damn where. Gosh, it's so stupid. But anyway, so they play games. Honey, they eat some nasty shit. Kenya and Candy had them eating some nasty shit to compete for the rooms or whatever. Nene takes off her makeup to get a room or whatever, to get the room she wants. Portia jumps in the damn pool, okay? Child. Anyway, so whatever about the rooms. Cynthia asks Nene, so Nene's room is next to Cynthia, and Cynthia and Nene seem to be in a better place in this episode. They seem cool, cordial, willing to have fun together. You know what I'm saying? Which I like seeing that. That was cool. So since Nene's room was next to Cynthia's, and Nene said she ain't had no problem with Cynthia being next to her, whatever, she was cool with that. That would have been really childish if she did have a problem with it. But anyway, so Nene tells, so Cynthia comes to Nene and she's like, well, hey, listen, we know Kenya going through what she going through. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you, out of all of us, could offer some gems or some nuggets to her, some type of advice, some type of encouragement, because you've been there, done that, And so Nene's like, you know what, that's cool. Nene like, I don't have to like you to be concerned, And so, she's like, okay, well, I'll see what I can do, you know what I mean? So they all have dinner. And so, Candy, I'm gonna say this, ever since the last episode where Candy was auditioning for that role on The Chi as the lesbian, ever since that, I'm like, you know what, Candy do give off masculine vibes, okay, masculine energy. She really does. I can see Candy being in a lesbian relationship, and I can see her being the more masculine one. Ever since that episode, now I be looking at Candy like, you do seem a little masculine, girl. So anyway, they had dinner or whatever. They all eating and shit. So, Nene finally busts down and addresses the elephant in the room. She like, Kenya, no, first she asked Kenya about her dogs. Like, you still have your dogs, And Kenya kind of looked like, is she talking to me? So she like, yeah, I do. And, she started talking about the dogs with the baby and stuff or whatever. Nene was just trying to break into conversation with her. So then she finally, Nene finally gets to the point, like, look, Kenya, I know me and you haven't been the best of friends. We haven't been in a good place, and that's fine. But I just want you to know, we all know what's going on with you, whatever, you know what I'm saying? She was like, but just coming from a genuine place, I've been through a divorce, Portia been through a divorce or whatever, blah, blah, blah. We want to know genuinely, are you okay? So Kenya, she responds, and she's like, she seemed like she received it, but it's like she was a little shady with it too. She was like, I appreciate Candy and Cynthia coming to my house to check on me, and I appreciate you, Portia, and I appreciate you, Tanya, for being nice to me, and you, Marlo. It's like she just skipped over Nene. Like, Kenya, why'd you do that? So anyway, so that kind of already kind of put a like, oh, well, damn. I'm like Nene. I'm the kind of bitch where if I'm trying to extend an olive branch to you and I'm sincere and I'm genuine in my heart, and you just kind of act like whatever, bitch, fuck you. For real. So anyway, so after that, Nene looked past it like, okay, whatever. So she's crying and stuff, and she's like, I want to thank you guys for, being there for me, blah, blah, blah. So, like I said, she acted like she kind of looked past Nene or whatever, but Nene was just like, okay, whatever. So, after that, what happened? So after that, Cynthia was like, well, look, it was everybody was getting ready to leave or whatever. Everybody kind of going to their rooms or whatever, kind of, going into their own, everybody about to leave or whatever. They're packing up to leave. So Cynthia was like, well, look, I gotta do dishes. I want Nene and Kenya to stay here and kind of fellowship. Now, this is the part where it got kind of shady again. Kenya was just like, she was like, I want Kenya and Nene to stay here in fellowship. Kenya was like, I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. So Nene was like open to it, like, okay, I'm willing to fellowship. Ain't no biggie to me. So Kenya was like, no, I'm going to bed. And, Nene took that as shade, which I would have too. So when they was, when Kenya was talking to Candy, Candy was talking to Kenya like, damn, you could have probably stayed and talked to her, you know what I'm saying? Kenya took it like, and I can understand why Kenya took it a different way, because Kenya said she don't feel like Nene was sincere to begin with. And also the way Cynthia worded it, she was like, I would like for Kenya and Nene to stay here in fellowship. She didn't, as far as Kenya know, Cynthia trying to say, hey, I want y'all to stay here and talk about what y'all been going through, what y'all problem with each other. She said, I want y'all to stay here in fellowship. Kenya don't know what the fuck that means. She thinking Cynthia trying to just get them to talk about their past problems, and considering what Kenya's going through at the moment, she don't want to talk about that shit. But then again, I see Nene's point of view, like, well, damn, bitch, you know what I'm saying? I just sat up here and told you that I'm wondering if you're okay. Why would you even think that I want to talk about anything else or all the bullshit we've been going through at a time like this? So it was like a misunderstanding, but it was also shady. I kind of felt like Kenya could have, I don't know, I feel like Kenya could have gave Nene a chance, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Nene was being shady. I don't think Kenya said that Nene was trying to take all the attention and put it on her or whatever. I don't know. But she said she wanted to talk to Nene, but she said she didn't want to talk to her right then and there. But she was willing to talk to everybody else. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like Kenya could have gave Nene the benefit of the doubt, but I guess given the history, I guess she like, I don't trust that bitch. She ain't genuine. So, but that was pretty much it, y'all. That was pretty much it. I don't know. There really wasn't much else that happened, but I do feel bad for Kenya, y'all. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. But honey, I don't believe in staying in no marriage if you're gonna be treated like a fucking doormat. He don't even respect her, like, for real. But okay, y'all. I think that was it. I don't think I left nothing out. If I left anything out, y'all let me know. Comment. All right, y'all. Peace.